Sorry, I had some technical difficulties there for a second, but back to what I was saying. We had Ronald Reagan as president, an actor, a movie star. We had a lot of people that was something else, but these people were handpicked, pretty much like they always are. They're handpicked. They know who they want to push the agenda. However, Donald Trump, in my opinion, is someone that's not a polished politician, who's not a part of the system and the game, which they do not like, which will cause problems for doing what it is that the system does to keep control of the masses. Now, with that being said, I don't have to like Donald Trump's character. I don't have to like whether he's a quote unquote, what some people say, racist. What I look for is, what are your policies? What are you doing to benefit me? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm voting for. What are you doing to benefit my community? A lot of people say he's doing nothing. He hates you. He don't care. Have you read and seen the news about what he said he wants to do? Guess what? Do you know how many other past presidents did the same thing? Do you know how many future presidents are going to do the same thing until the Most High comes back? They're going to do the same thing. However, it relates to me better with Trump. Yes, I'm educated. I'm college educated. I have my degree. But why does it resonate with me better with Trump? Because I'm still that kid who sat in elementary school and was told that they could be president. So when I see Trump, I'm not looking for the truly educated fella. I want him to know something. He needs to know something. But what we have to know as citizens of these United States is the president has a cabinet. He has a cabinet for a reason. It's because he doesn't know everything. His job is to be articulate and to look like he has common sense and making sense. So guess what? Hollywood has a lot of actors, but so does your government. So does your politicians within government. You know that old saying is not what you know, but who you know? That is real. Our world is suffering because we're in a game, a matrix. And they're watching every day on how well the game is working. Because of, just like these platforms and Facebook, they get to gauge all of us, so-called, I would say, peasants, to see how we feel and what direction they need to go in with this game or with these games. Kamala Harris, she has a lot of baggage, like any other person. But now, because she's a political figure, we get to scrutinize her baggage a little bit more because she's asking for something from us. So now that gives us the right to voice our opinion. Kamala Harris is a puppet just like everyone else. Trump, Barack Obama, Bush, because it's all an agenda that we have no control over, which we do. However, they know it's going to be hard because in numbers, they know they have a lot of distractions that's keeping us from becoming one. I also noticed that our young people are lost because the older generation is lost. We're lost. The older generation is still acting as if they're young. So who does the young people have to look up to? I mean, that's not every single person, but it's almost the majority in my opinion. Kamala Harris has been put in place. We can't forget that she has been vice president for 3.5 years. So we have been watching Joe Biden and Harris presidency. How hard is it for us to allow somebody to come and tell us, this is what Trump is doing? This is what Trump is doing to the country. Trump is not my president at this moment. Trump is not my vice president at this moment. Why is it that you can tell me about Trump when the presidency now is Biden and Harris? If all of these problems is because of Trump, what in the hell have you been doing in 3.5 years? You have everybody in the United States pissed off with immigrations. Kamala Harris, that's your part of your duties as a vice president. When Trump was in office, he only said, nah, we're gonna build a damn wall. Where was that a problem? Fast forward to now. We got problems. The black community is suffering. Because guess what? You were a second-class citizen for 300-400 years. And today in 2024, you're a 10th-class citizen. Because guess what? It's just not Mexican immigrants that's coming here. It's Chinese, it's Asian, it's everybody. That's how sick we are. We're focused still on Israel, which is Mexicans and blacks. The American blacks, but the Chinese, the Indians, the Asians, they're all walking in as immigrants and putting you at 10th place. But we're too busy allowing the new church to keep us occupied because the old church is dead. The new church is the sports arenas, stadiums, coliseums. That's your new church, where 80 and 100,000 pack in congregants to worship. Worship what? They worship not what they do not know, which is they're worshiping man, which God does not like. We're being occupied so that the system can continue its game. Donald J. Trump is being an excuse. The only time somebody is afraid of an individual in power is because he has power that they know he's not looking for. Donald J. Trump is not looking for that big house. He has that big house. Donald J. Trump is not looking for a Maybach, a Lamborghini. He doesn't care about that. How many times have you seen him say, I got that? That's materialistic stuff to him. Those are games. Those are games that are used for us, peasants. Have you ever noticed Trump don't look for no Lamborghini? Trump ain't showing you no Maybach. That is all distractions that they give us black people. That's why he's a threat. Wake up, black people. Wake up, Israel. That's why Trump is a threat. Trump ain't trying to put on Fendi, Gucci. That's all materialistic stuff that's given to the peasants that's got their mind set on that. That is why Trump is a threat. Because he can say the things that you would like to say, but can't. He can say those things and be heard because he has the ears of millions. Wake up, people. Try and make it make sense. Kamala Harris, No one knew nothing about this woman. This woman did not care about you. But all of a sudden, she's supposed to be your representative. It sounds familiar, don't it, Barack Obama? You won't see or hear him until they're called upon to stand before you. Barack Obama, Michelle, they only show up when they're needed from their constituents, the DNC. So when you see me speak like this and speak against the DNC, I got my feelings about the Republican National Convention, RNC also. However, that is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, why are my people not waking up to see the big picture? We know it's because of the new church, which is the sports arenas. Read your Bible. The Most High has stated that is what the Grecians have come to do to us, Israel. We're the true Israelites, most definitely. We're the people that nobody wants the world to know about. We're the ones that everybody is occupying themselves to make sure we're disregarded and ignored. And it's so calculated that they'll take other Israelites to fool you. Kamala doesn't have our best interests. Because guess what? The system won't allow her to have our best interests. Donald J. Trump, you could say the same. He may not have our best interests. And guess what? And that may be the truth. But why do we have to always go with what they say we need to go with? That's my question to you, black community. This thing is so complex, but our community is so simple. And everyone else on this planet knows it. That's why God said, only have I known you out of all of the families of the earth. Because he knows, because he set it in place. He knew that the other nations would push you farther than what he was expecting. He knew it. But he did it because that's the only way he could punish you for not doing as he stated, keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. Because this world is set up for us to always go against our God. It's that simple. Politics is what it is. Yes, you heard me. I said politics. That's what it is. The Constitution gives us the freedom of speech for me to be able to speak like this. The Constitution allows you to express your opinion. I thank YouTube for giving us a platform to be able to do that. However, to my black community, to my fellow Israelites, we got to wake up and see that this election year is no different from the others. However, it's just that color is the season. Color is the season. Black doesn't matter. It's what your policies are. It's what can you do for me? What can you do for my community? That's what we need to be asking. Oprah, DL, Steve Harvey, all of these are puppets that have been given to us to speak for us, to be our voice. I keep asking my friends, I ask you right now. They have a right to their opinions. But tell me, when did they become your leaders? When did they get qualified to tell you who you need to be paying attention to? This is how messed up the world is. You tell somebody to go to Harvard to lead the government, but then you let a man who stands on a stage to make you laugh tell you who you need to be voting for. Our community is sick. You find that in no other community. My black women, you are power. You are princesses. You are great, but you are the new target. Stop being led by these systems that's helping to tear our community apart. Because the woman, the black woman, you are key, and you are the new target because you're the most educated, but you're also the most misled. And that's why God said he forbid a woman to teach, because that woman is always misled by her feelings and emotions. If you look at social media today, we ask what's wrong with our people. We're out of order. So with that being said, I'm going to close. Wake up and stop being misled. Understand, you need people to do things in your best interest, your community's best interest. Because for far too long, we've been given too much power and energy to entities that does not care about our community or our needs. Stop giving away everything and getting nothing. Thank you.